the channel, it's Kaine from the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Retro Wave. We got Kaine, and we got Agent Venom.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Spider-Man Retro card unboxing and review. And today, we got one of these figures I've been waiting a long time for, and the time is now, as today we're taking a look at Kaine and Agent Venom Flash Thompson. But for all your Spider-Man Retro needs and everything else under the sun, make sure you hit Up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on in-stock items, anything over $79. Does ship free, gotta get a deal out there, and the Spider-Man Retro Wave carries on, hitting Target stores currently, so be on the lookout, but will be available everywhere eventually. But as I said, I have been looking forward to this Kaine figure for a heck of a long time. I'm a kid that read comics in the 90s and into the early 2000s a little bit, and late 80s, but the 90s was my sweet spot. Obviously, it got some good and bad with all eras of comic books, but I was, I feel, the right age at the right time to absolutely love the Clone Saga from Spider-Man, the Age of Apocalypse from X-Men, two very controversial story arcs for a lot of longtime comic book fans, but I was at the age, I was eating it up with a fork and a spoon, and I would go to KFC and I'd get that special spork out from time to time. Absolutely love those. I bought every single comic book that was related to it. Just a very fun time when I think back to my childhood comic reading days about Kaine and the Clone Saga. So I love it. I get it's not for everybody, but I'm extremely excited to get this Kaine figure. I did a video a year and a half ago on the channel, What Is Time, as we say, saying figures I really wanted from Marvel Legends. This was on the list as well. So very happy to get that one. And Agent Venom, he's no sucker either, but we've got some stuff to talk about with him as well. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And we're going to save the best for last. That's what we're going to do. But we're going to start with Flash Thompson, Agent Venom. So a very interesting story arc there. Of course, most people think of Eddie Brock as Venom, Peter Parker as Spider-Man, Miles Morales, so forth. Ben Reilly as Spider-Man. But Agent Venom is a cool one here. Now, a bit of a re-release, not really, but kind of, as we have had Agent Venom from the Marvel Legends line before. This is a little bit newer, new body mold, new head with this one as well. The cool thing about this one, if you did have that old one, this one does come with a Flash Thompson head, so it's got a little bit of difference for somebody that maybe has that old one like me, which we'll compare it to in a little bit. Now, that old one, another thing that makes it a little bit more challenging outside of the outdated body and everything on that, I guess, it was a Walgreens exclusive back in the day. So this could be available everywhere. Not everybody got that last one because it was a Walgreens exclusive. We got the Spider-Man retro style card. Very cool. Love these. They're doing a lot more of these for Marvel Legends as we've recently seen. And I do think this is the packaging style to go to if you had to ask me. Looking good. Spider-Man, Marvel, all the hits being played. Agent Venom, of course. On the back, got that big cross sell. We'll unbox every single one of these on the channel. Don't you fret. Don't you fret. In case you were. UPCs and jibber jabber. Got a little bit of tail of the tape, little blurb action. Let's see what it says about old Agent Venom Flash Thompson. When Flash Thompson bonds with an alien parasite suit, he's granted spider-like powers as Agent Venom. So how about that? Agent Venom representing. And then what was the other one? Like Anti-Venom? Anti-Venom? It was the white one. It was the yin and the yang, of course, as we do know. Gotta get this out. We gotta give the old Spider-Man style see you later. Big old see you later goodbye. And a little Agent Venom right in there. All kinds of hands, extra head, got a weapon. A lot of hits right here. I'm here for these hits, of course. Looking good. Let's get it out. Old Flash Thompson, just a bully at the end of the day. My Spider-Man reading years, I always kind of, I don't know if I envisioned him, but he was put up as a bully more often than not, of course. To one Peter Parker, especially Spider-Man, the animated series. You remember those days. See you later. Goodbye. But let's look at the hands here. We got the two Trigger hands right out of the package. He's going to be running and gunning, which makes a lot of sense. But we also got the Fist of Fury, just in case things go south. He can throw some punches, and in bunches if need be. Then we got the crazy maniacal hands, the Venom hands. Let's call them those. You got the black with the white on top, of course, very symbiote-esque from the black costume. Then we got some weapons, and we've seen these weapons before. Ooh, what was it? Was it the Hellfire Club guards? We got those little army builder packs off of Hasbro Pulse. I believe these are the exact same weapons as those, right off the top of my head, and we've seen it before as well. I believe. We got them both in kind of a gunmetal gray. We'll call it a pistol and a big old blaster. Choose your own adventure with that. But now let's dive into old Flash Thompson. Flashing through the air here like a young queen back in the 70s, just singing a theme song is what it is. But not a bad looking. I don't know if I can tell you this is Flash Thompson. When I think of Flash, I don't think of this poof in the hair. He's a little bit shorter hair. Once again, that's just me and my Flash Thompson prejudices. I'm trying to get over it. I'm trying to be a better person. It's tough to do from time to time. But it is a nice looking head right here. It does look like, I'm terrible with my actors and actresses' names, but this looks like the guy that played Two-Face in the Batman movies, the Christian Bale Batman movies, or maybe I'm dreaming. I don't know, but he kind of has that look to him, I think. But looking good there, the blonde hair, a very good head sculpt on here. I don't have any problems with it, but I don't know. I'm probably, even though I have the old one, I might lean to using this one. You got the very symbiote-like head, but you got the black eyes with the white outline on this one. All black mask, looking good. Really is choose your own head adventure. We'll see when I pull the other one out. The cool thing is you should be able to mix and match these heads between the old one. You can maybe fancy up the old one if that is a thing you want to do, of course. But here it is down into the body here, and something very cool. It definitely looks like a Spider-Man Venom symbiote costume here, but a twist, like he almost danced with the Punisher a little bit or something. And I'm sure Punisher's become a symbiote at one time, didn't he? I think that happened. That would be a cool one. That's the kind of guy I want as a symbiote. But looking very good here. He's got the big shoulder guards here with all the spikes on it. Trying to do his best Road Warriors impression, I guess. We do got the black and white spider logo on the chest. Thankfully, black and white we've talked about for years on the channel. Consistently hard to get the paint really, really good. Always seems like it'll flake or run over. I don't see any issues with my black and white paint on this one, so that is definitely appreciated here. Got the forearm guards, spiky like the shoulder guards. He's ready to go. Same thing with the shin guards down here. He's got, it looks like Benito Santiago Jr., down here. That's what he's got going on. Looking interesting. Could be a little Benny Del Castro. Oh, yes. Of course. Phillies legend, I believe, back in the day. He also, after he retired from baseball, joined my organization and worked with me in the Nabisco organization once upon a time. Slinging some Oreos, talking some Oreos, doing that kind of stuff. Shout out to Denny Belcastro out there. But he does got those shoulder guards. He does got the forearm guards. He does got the shin guards there with the spikes. So a little extra danger going on. You got the holster on the side of the leg so he can put his little weapon in there if he needs to. Got a nice utility belt here. All kinds of pockets. Little Flash Thompson pockets getting after it right there is what he's doing. And then he's got the black shoes. Arms all the way around for us. Shoulder guards come with it. Bicep cut. Double jointed. Pinless elbows playing the hits. Hands back forth, side to side removable. Head removable, back forth, side to side. Hula hoop up top. Traditional waist. No traditional waist on him. Oh, yeah, no traditional waist. I'll be sure right there. Big old splits if you need them. Legs do go up. Thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees. You know I'm here for that. Ankles back and forth, up and down, side to side. Pretty tight down there around the ankles. But old Flash Thompson, Agent Venom, man, he came to party and he came to shoot some people, probably in the face if he needs to. Fits on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. But let's grab the other version here. There is enough to be different, enough to be dangerous on this one. I forgot about the backpack on this one. It has all kind of the symbiote hands going on. A little bit bigger body style in this one as well. Very similar in the head sculpt department. But definitely differences on the old one. I could see some people saying maybe I like the old one a little bit more. I could get that. But I think it is one that does warrant a re-release. This was from, I think, 2015 and 16 possibly. And it's a little different. Obviously a Walgreens exclusive, so not super easy to get. This one gets him back out there, gets an extra head, gets us something different. I think it makes sense. And I'm glad they gave us an extra head here. Gives it a little bit more meat on the bone, of course. So there it is, Flash Thompson, Agent Venom, not bad at all, but the one I'm looking for here, this is the main event. It's Kaine, of course, Kaine. The clone gone wrong is basically what he was, but a very cool colored bad guy. I love the blue, the black, and kind of that pink going there. Gets that brown hair. Just a very cool looking figure right here. Very, very cool. And I think they stole Kaine from him a little bit. Classic Spider-Man logo up top. Classic Marvel Comics logo. That's my Marvel Comics logo. Got Kaine right over here. The more traditional retro card, I guess we'd call this one. Big bubble window going on. On the back, got the cross-sell down low, got a little bit of that blurb action, jibber-jabber, UPCs, the usual suspects. As the first of Jackal's attempts to clone Peter Parker, Kaine was left with conflicted feelings towards both his maker and Spider-Man. And I guess it's been a long time since I've read the Clone Saga, but I remember him being just a bad dude. I don't remember him being that conflicted, but what is time? It was a long, long time ago when that did come out, of course. But here we are. We're getting Kaine out of the package. The time has finally come. See you later. Goodbye. Spider-Man style. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic prison. How about that? And Todd McFarlane on the couch. You're salivating. You were a Clone Wars guy too, weren't you? Oh, you don't like the Clone Saga? The Clone Wars? Yeah, I guess. Okay, I mistake. That is Star Wars. Clone Saga, Clone Wars. You know what I meant. You only like the Secret Wars era of Spider-Man? The symbiote costume? You like that original? That's your favorite? Makes sense. Todd McFarlane, he just loves Spider-Man, but not a fan of the Clone Saga. You were reading Spawn at the time. Of course you were reading Spawn at the time. I was too. But Todd all wrapped up in that Spawn life. What? Oh, Wildcats? Oh, yeah, Gen 13. Oh, you were reading some stuff out there. Huh? Grendel? Oh, my gosh. See you later. Goodbye. Todd McFarlane from the couch right there. But let's dive into Kaine right here. 2 fists of Kaine Fury right out of the package. And then he's got some open gripping hands here, of course, so he can do his patented choke slam into the Tombstone pile driver. We know how that goes with Kaine. Tiger never changes his stripes, as we do know. But here is old Kaine out of the package. And early front runner for figure of the year for me. That's how much I like this figure. Very, very cool looking. Very dark. Very mysterious. Got that crazy brown hair that just feels like it doesn't work with it, but it actually does work with it. So I love that. He's got a shawl that worked its way into a cape that got a little bit dangerous, got a little torn, got a little tattered. Somewhere Billy D. Williams, Lando Calrissian's just got his head in hand saying, this isn't a cape. What is he doing? This is his old blankie that's all torn and tattered. Got a big old shark tooth right up there at the top and a big old spike on the corner, looking very nice. And then you do got the body here, very thicker Spider-Man style body is what I'll say, ripped up, muscled up, of course. You got that black with the blue overlay across the top. I love how the blue's all sculpted in. All the way down into the feet here, you got some more of those spikes. Then very Batman-like, you got them on the forearms as well. Talked that we had the 2 fists of Fury right here looking good. But I love all the sculpting that's been added to this. And I'm not sure, how can you reuse this body? Who could they reuse it for? I'm sure the Marvel Legends team's pretty smart about those kind of things. But this body feels like it's just like a one-and-done body, which would be very, very cool. But obviously doesn't happen a whole lot there, but definitely looks really awesome. His head does go back and forth, up and down. A little bit more movement than I would assume with the cape and the long hair there. Arm does go all the way around, but you are limited by that cape, but you can kind of move it out of the way a little bit. Now, he does got some butterfly shoulder action in here. You know we're here for that. And the bicep cut, very squeaky. Squeaky. Double jointed, pinless elbows, the hits being played, hands removable, of course. Got the traditional ab crunch, waist articulation. Those big old Kaine splits, you know you got to do those if you're run from The Undertaker. Big boot if you need it, thigh cut. Double jointed, pinless knees once again. Ankles up, down, back, forth, side to side. The usual articulation right there for old Kaine. Don't call him just Kaine. Call him Marvel's Kaine is what you're supposed to do. And he does fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand. Fits perfectly right there. Man, oh man, so happy to have this one. Definitely worth the wait. Been very excited to get some of these Clone Saga figures. Of course, we've had them in the past as well. They mentioned the Jackal on the back of the card. Got the Jackal right here. Now we'll probably start getting updated figures of the Jackal. Kind of goes back to Lockjaw and Crystal. It's like, oh man, I'm glad we're getting some of these Inhumans, but now these other Inhumans are out of date. Kind of this way here, we're getting him. We got a beautiful Scarlet Spider, of course, Ben Reilly. And now it's like, oh, now they got to update the Jackal. They got to go back and update some of these other ones. We'll see if they end up doing that. But we do got a little bit of clone stuff. I'm starting to work out that clone shelf, of course. And then you do got his tag team partner, of course, the big red machine, Venom Kaine right there. But man, oh man, a lot of fun in this retro line. The retro card Spider-Man figures, always a lot of fun. Can't wait to unbox the rest of these. Love that we're getting some of the animated series, some of the 90s characters, some of the Toy Biz stuff in tribute, kind of a mix, mash, and even some newer stuff as well. So a very, very fun line. It'd be interesting if they have another set of these this year or if this is one and done. We'll just have to wait and see. But today, Kaine and Agent Venom came to play, and both turned out very, very good as far as I'm concerned. But as far as you're concerned, what are your thoughts? Are you a fan of the Clone Saga back in the day, or are you an absolute hater of that? Feels like you're one or the other. That's just kind of the way it does go. But let me know your thoughts on the Clone Saga and these figures in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel. Check out my Patreon. Of course, you don't want to miss a video over there. Tons of bonus stuff, and your best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel by following me over on SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, and now on TikTok. So for a little Spider-Man retro unboxing, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.